Hello, Seto Bakura here. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to take a look at Yugi's deck that he used versus Anubis in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Movie Pyramid of Light. We are using Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 4 to take a look at the deck. Now I have the deck already loaded up and the duel started. This is the first turn, so let's take a look at what we have and see how well it can go against this opponent. Alright, right now I just made my first draw, so right now we have Obnoxious Celtic Guardian, Light Force Sword, Magical Dimension, Skilled Dark Magician, Dust Tornado, and Karibo. Now remember, this is just the deck that Yugi used card for card, with the exception of the card that he used in the movie, Reverse of Reverse. Now that is just a card made for the movie, not in the actual card game. And it's not in any of the video games either, so I substituted that card with Jar of Greed just to help with drawing power and not to make anything too overpowered. So we're going to start dueling and see how well this works. Alright, I'm going to put Skilled Dark Magician out first. Then I'm going to put down the Dust Tornado as well in case they set anything. Right, end the turn. Alright, so let's see what they do. They got a monster face down. They're going to set a card face down as well. 2 cards face down. I'm going to activate my Dust Tornado to get rid of one of them. Maybe it'll be a good trap I can get rid of. Alright, got rid of Mystical Space Typhoon. That's pretty good. Alright, make another draw. Alright, we got Magician of Faith. Now, Magician of Faith allows you to select a spell card in your graveyard if the card is flipped over. Alright, I am going to summon Obnoxious Celtic Guard. As you can see by the effect, this card cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has 1900 or more attack. Alright, let's enter our battle phase. Alright, attack the face down monster. No, I'm not going to activate my Magical Dimension. Alright, Ra-Mei was activated. Alright, he's going to draw a card due to the effect of his monster. I'm going to attack with Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Direct attack. Perfect, looking good so far. Alright, enter main phase 2. Right, my Magical Dimension I don't need, but I'm going to set it on the field and move on, end my turn. Alright, he's going to enter his draw phase, draw his card, main phase 1. Alright, he's going to set a monster face down. He still has a card on spell or trap on the field. Alright, he's going to end his turn. I'm going to draw. Alright, I have Multiply. Alright, don't really have any big powerful monsters yet. Don't have any of my Dark Magicians. Don't have the Sorcerer of Dark Magic, which is Yugi's boss monster here. So that would be nice to see him in action. But for now, I'm just going to attack again and continue to whittle down those life points. Alright, another Ra-Mei. So he's going to be able to draw another card due to the effect. Alright, attack again directly with my Obnoxious Celtic Guard. I'm not activating the Magical Dimension. Alright, I'm going to end my turn and see what happens next. Alright, we're in a good position here. Unfortunately, none of Yugi's staple monsters have been drawn yet, so we haven't been able to use them. Alright, look what we drew here. Obelisk the Tormentor. And you have to normal summon it as well. As you can see, normal summon this card cannot be negated. When this card is normal summoned, spells, traps, and monster effects cannot be activated. This card cannot be targeted by the effects of spells, traps, or effect monsters. This card is special summoned and is sent to the graveyard during the end phase. You contribute 2 monsters to destroy all monsters your opponent controls. This card cannot declare an attack the turn this effect is activated. Obviously, I need 3 cards on the field, and I need to be able to normal summon it, so I can't even summon another one and then summon him as well. So I need them on the field and need them to last another turn. Alright, so I'm going to put Karibo down and set him. Try to see if I can get 3 on the field to summon Obelisk the Tormentor. In the meantime, I'm going to attack with my Skilled Dark Magician, and then I'll attack again with my Obnoxious Celtic Guard and see how far we can go. Alright, Battery Man Microcell. Alright, he gets to special summon another monster. And there's another monster. Alright, activates another monster effect. Draw another card. Alright, so I can't attack with my Obnoxious Celtic Guard because he has 1900 defense points to my 1400 attack points. So I am going to end my turn. Alright, here comes his draw phase. Alright, he's got a lot of cards in his hands. He's going to have to start putting some down. Alright. Oh, 2400 attack. Alright, and here comes Trap Card. Portable Battery Pack. Continuous Trap Card. Ignore that message. Alright, he's starting to flood the field now. Alright, he's going to start attacking. Alright, let's see what we get here. Oh, Dark Magician. Here we go. Alright, let's summon Yugi's boss monster, Dark Magician. Tribute Karibo and Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Perfect. Alright, I'll drop Life Force Sword. Alright, let's attack. Looks like I can't attack him. Alright, let's attack that one. Take 2,500 life points away. Alright, we've set ourselves in a good position here. Alright, let's see what happens next. Alrighty. Now remember, the deck that I have here is the deck that Yugi used against Anubis in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Movie Pyramid of Light. So this isn't a specific Dark Magician deck. This is just card for card what he used in the movie. So it doesn't have the best synergy, but it has his boss monsters, and its focus is on the Sorcerer of Dark Magic, which was the card that was introduced in the movie. But looks like we're in a little bit of trouble right now. as the Dark Magician is now gone, and we don't have much in our hand to help us out. So let's see what happens. Alright. We're going to need a miracle here. Okay, Dark Magic Curtain. Cannot even do this as well, because I don't have a Dark Magician in my deck, because the Dark Magician is right here in the graveyard. Right, Life Force Sword is not going to help. Alright, we have really nothing except the Magician of Faith to block our life points, and we might be in a little bit of trouble here going into his next turn. Alright. Okay, this is not looking very good. Okay, so this might be a GG for me. Yep. Alright, well, unfortunately we lost this duel. And we didn't get to see too many of his boss monsters come out here. But it's been pretty good. Just to give you a little taste of what Yugi's deck had. So, there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry this duel didn't turn out a little bit better. Maybe I'll give it another try again, and maybe we'll have better luck. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, there's always time to duel.